Hi, I'm Bobbi Brown, makeup artist, author, and entrepreneur. I fell in love with makeup when I was a young kid watching my mom put her makeup on. The story is that I actually went to school and studied theatrical makeup at Emerson College in Boston. They did not have a program, but what they did have was an interdisciplinary program which allowed me to create my own major. I did. I chose theatrical makeup and photography, but what I learned in Emerson was not really how to do makeup, but it really taught me that I'm in charge, I could do what I want, and I like to make things up. As far as my big break in my career, it starts with the first job. My first job was Glamour magazine hired me to do a makeup shoot on a dancer. I did her hair, her makeup, and I did her feet. But probably one of my biggest breaks is when I got a cover of Vogue, because that pretty much put me on the map. And that was Naomi Campbell was the model on the cover. My favorite thing about my career in beauty is that I really love helping people feel good about themselves. I really believe that so many companies and images that women see just allows them to not feel good about themselves. And I think what's happening on social media is not easy for people, especially young girls. And I really love being part of helping women learn how to be confident and look good naturally. I find inspiration everywhere. I certainly find it from looking at people's faces. I find it from looking at old magazines. I love looking at old movies, theater, colors of chocolate in gourmet stores. But I really get inspiration from people. And I love that I've always liked to make women look like they're not wearing a lot of makeup, but also love doing editorial where I get to be totally creative and not think about, making someone just look beautiful, but more interesting. I love being part of a creative team, and I love working with celebrities. It's really fun. Well, I would say, first of all, what's changed the most in the industry since I've been in is social media. We absolutely didn't pay attention to it early on, and now it's taken over. Influencers and likes and just social media, getting the message out there is really important. I think we're in for a really big change. Things are changing before our eyes now, and the retail experience is totally different what it used to be. And I think we're going to see a lot of change and a lot of movements. And the people that are going to be successful are the ones that are aware of how people are shopping. And, hopefully people will go back into store, but a lot is happening online. And how do you sell makeup online? You got to be creative. I really believe that this FIT beauty program is so amazing and is going to help so many students because it allows access to people and to understand what the industry is. When I started years ago, I didn't know anyone. I came here, I looked in the yellow pages. You guys probably don't even know what the yellow pages are. And I just started asking questions and calling people. But I wish I would have had something like this to see who the people are, who the players are, how they got started. By listening to other people's stories, you really do hear and understand a little bit about the industry. So it gives you a leg up. And FIT is such a great school that if you're lucky enough to ever go to FIT, that's another way to be assured that you have a great career.